Okay, so I wanted to start this video basically just to show you that here's my PS3 and up here is the PS4. It's not plugged in right now because I don't have the space, and I also just moved into a new house. So yeah, just so people don't think that I'm, biased to one console. And that what I'm about to say about the Xbox One is completely neutral. So there you go. And there's the PS4 controller. And there's the PS4 again. And some PS3 games. And yeah. So there you have it. I am not biased to the Xbox One. I don't just love just the Xbox One. I also enjoy the PlayStation 4 and the PS3.
Alright, hey, what's going on, people of YouTube? So I wanted to make this video today because, as you know, I want to say about a week ago, or something like that, the Xbox One celebrated its 1-year anniversary. And I wanted to make this video to tell you what it was exactly like to own a Xbox One for a year. So, to start out, I got the Xbox One on day one. So there's my day one controller. And, well, to put it into perspective for you, let's see. Okay. The controller, when I got it out of the box, the controller, I don't know if you can see this or not. Let's see if I can. Well, essentially, I don't know if you can see it moving or not. Okay, this is the day one controller. This is like a normal controller. Now, if you look at the back of this and do the same thing, that gap doesn't move at all. Now, to take this controller apart, you have to pry these things off. I'm not going to do it now, but you have to pry those things off. So essentially, this cap right here is not loose, and in return, it feels like the controller is going to break. So I don't use this controller at all. I contacted Microsoft to see if I could send it back, and I would have to pay for the shipping to send this back, which is complete bullshit, because it's their fault that it's, defective, and I'm not using it because I don't want to break it, and this is literally the only thing that signifies the fact that I bought this console day one, other than that stupid achievement. But this is a physical thing, and that disappointed me because this is literally the only thing. Like, the way I thought the console was going to be branded with day one. That's what I thought was going to happen. Like, it was going to be, on the faceplate or whatever, and it was going to say day one 2013. But no. Instead, we got a controller that says day one 2013, and the chromed out, the chromed out D-pad. And here's the comparison between the two. And this is literally the only thing that signifies that I bought this console day one, is this controller. And that's it. Which is kind of, it really bothers me because, like I said, these things wear down, they break, they do whatever, and I'm pretty positive that that stuff, that little whatever the hell it is here, is just basically a little bit of paint, and that will probably rub off eventually. And that's the first thing that really kind of bothers me about, owning a console for the first year. Now, I know that they came out with, I know a lot of people are going to basically say, well, why didn't you wait? Why didn't you, wait until the price dropped? Why didn't you wait until you got there was no Connect bundle, whatever? It's simple because I moved out on my own. I had the money to buy a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One on the day that they were launched, and I figured, why not? For once, I want to be the one that kind of had something first before my friends. And it wasn't for, bragging rights. It wasn't for just to be an asshole. It was for the fact that I just wanted something for myself early for once, instead of waiting a few years or, a year or whatever. And Now I do regret it because I would have waited for the white console because I really like the white console. Um, I would have waited for buying the PS4. I'll never be a day one adapter again. No, I will not be a day one adapter. I will wait till the next bundle. I will wait till Boxing Day. That was a few days ago. Today's Cyber Monday. I should have waited until now. It's what happens. And it's been like that forever. I have my 360. I had two Xbox 360s, the Elite, and then last year I picked up the Halo 4 Special Edition, which I regret because the game sucked ass, but the console is sexy. Um, Now, in terms of actually owning the Xbox One for the first year, it's been okay. I mean, the updating, yeah, it's cool, whatever. Few problems. I'm having a problem with my Xbox One right now, where the Xbox, when it powers on, the fan makes like a hissing sound, or not really hissing. It's more like a squeaking sound, almost like it's the ball bearing is loose or something like that. I'm in contact with Microsoft for that. They said that they would basically put $500 hold on my credit card. They'd send me a new Xbox, and then once I get it, I send it back. I'd rather do that than anything. So that's being looked after, but still, it's the early hardware, and these are the problems that I knew I was going to deal with. I got a feeling that that's not going to be my only Xbox One for the life cycle, and that's going to be, you know, that was expected. Just like your phone, you're going to buy more phones in your lifetime. You're not going to be able to keep that forever. It sucks because I have a NES sitting in my living room that is, 25 years old, and it still works brand new. But the new technology and stuff like that, that's the thing. So in terms of owning it, the first few months was a pain in the ass because the dashboard was a piece of shit. Then they upgraded it a lot. There's still a shit ton of missing features on the Xbox One that were present on the 360, such as recording your game chat. But developers are getting around that, like with Destiny. Basically, you can set it so the chat goes through the TV as well as, or through the HDMI as well through the controller. Which good thinking, Bungie, on that one. I haven't found any other games that do that right yet. In terms of games, I have owned multiple games. I bought Dead Rising 3 day one. With my console, I got Forza 5 day one. What else did I get? Yeah, I think those were it. And then those two I sold because I didn't like them. And then these are the 3 games that I have left. Now, there has been games that I've wanted to get on the Xbox One, but I'm being picky, like really picky this time, due to the simple fact that everybody knows Assassin's Creed Unity. I picked that up, and I literally bought it back. I played it for 10 minutes, couldn't play it, lagged like crazy, problems, I glitched through walls, and I'm like, nah, I can't do this, so I brought it back to the store that I bought it at. I got it through a mom and pop shop, so they were pretty cool about it, whatever. That was a disappointment. Same thing with this. My biggest release of the entire year was Halo the Master Chief Collection. And yesterday, or no, not yesterday, the day before was the second time out of 2.5 weeks that I was able to play a match online because, the servers were botched to shit. And they've only fixed them like a few days ago, and they're still not even fixed. And that's bullshit, really ridiculous, and I'm not happy, and a lot of other people are not happy, and I'm waiting for 343 and Microsoft to make it right. Free game, whatever. Even then, it's still, over the past 2 months, it's been really influential on my part for saying I'm not picking up games day one anymore. Like, I can't do it. Like, I'm still waiting to pick up Far Cry 4. I'm not getting that until I know that all the bugs are worked out. I'm not picking up Far Cry 4. I pre-ordered The Crew for Xbox One, and I canceled my pre-order. I'm going to wait to make sure that that game is functional. The beta was functional. I played the beta, but I want to make sure the full release is functional. Maybe the day after it comes out, something like that. Just so I can get some reviews, Reddit, see if people are complaining, the Ubisoft forums and stuff like that. Because I'm not buying day one anymore. I will not be buying a game unless it works day one. And other than that, it's I've bought 3 games out of the entire year. Well, enjoyed 3 games out of the entire year. Dead Rising 3 got really boring really quickly due to the fact that it was like, oh, run here, run there, and that's it. Forza 5, I'm not a huge racing game guy. Like, I enjoyed Forza 2. I played that, and I still play Forza 2, so. But Forza 5 just didn't. And I didn't have the time to sit down just to race, like a 20-minute race. Like, I didn't have that, so I sold that. In terms of other things, it's been boring. It's been really boring this year for owning an Xbox One since day one. Same with the PS4. Like the PS4, same thing. I bought one game for the PS4, and one was given to me for Christmas last year, and that's it. I'm not going to be talking about the PS4 on this channel because technically I got it for my girlfriend, but I do enjoy the PlayStation 4 and the PlayStation 3 just as much as my Xbox One and my Xbox 360. So it's been boring. It's been very boring this past year for gaming in general for me. Because I said, like, I'm very picky now when it comes to buying my games. I'm not going to buy a game just because it looks good. I'm not going to buy a game just because, my friends own it. That's another thing. The first year of owning any console, just like before, when my friends would get the consoles before I did, I couldn't play with them because I was still on last gen. This year, it's kind of reversed because now I have an Xbox One and a PS4, and I have, like, the friends that I normally game with, they don't have any next-gen console. And I'm like, oh, well, this is boring. Like, I've met people on my Facebook play with me sometimes. Through YouTube, through Machinima, they play with me. But it's not really, the friends that I normally play with. Like, I still play on my 360 more than the Xbox One when it comes to playing Grand Theft Auto, because a lot of my friends own it on an Xbox 360, and I'm not upgrading to next gen until the price drops because I'm not paying full price for the same game again, regardless of how good it looks, or first-person mode, because that game's not going anywhere. So I'll continue playing it on the 360 until the price drops down to probably $29, $39 maybe, $39 max. I'm looking to see if I can get some cyber deals today, so maybe I'll pick it up if it's $49.99, $39.99. I might grab it then. I'm more concerned about Xbox Live because my Xbox Live is going to be running out in like 6 days. I want to say something like that. But yeah, so it's been very boring owning a Xbox One this past year. They do their free game giveaway, or their free games with gold. I've played one for 10 minutes. Like, they're not my cup of tea, but they're still free. So I made sure to download every single one of them because I want Microsoft to know that, hey, people are downloading these things. And maybe they'll start giving us some better stuff, because they kind of suck. The 360 gets a hell of a lot better games than what we do. So I'm hoping that, within the next couple of months or something like that, they'll put out, AAA games like, say, Titanfall, or what is that other one called? Titanfall, maybe Sunset Overdrive, something like that. Sunset Overdrive is one that I wanted, but I held off I didn't want to hold off on that, but I did. I regret it, but whatever. I'll get it eventually when it drops in price again. So, to sum it up, owning an Xbox One for the first year, eh. I'm eh. Like, that's really all I can say is eh. It's been meh. Like, it's no. Like, I can't even really explain it. Like, it's been very disappointing. Very disappointing for the fact that, the console is, a year old now and it's still shouldn't have. It doesn't even feel like it's out yet. Like, that's the main thing that I can say. It doesn't even feel like it's out yet. And, the games, whatever, like, the games are not spectacular. They're not amazing looking. They're not whatever, because they're still making them for last gen. And honestly, if I would have stayed away from the Xbox One and the PS4, I would have been just as the same amount of problems I'm in now. Because I would have bought all those games that I own up there on the shelf. Well, despite Halo the Master Chief Collection, but Destiny, Call of Duty Ghosts, that was on the 360, and I could have got away with it just fine, just owning the 360. So, I learned my lesson. I learned that adopting a console day one is probably not the best idea, and I'm not going to do that anymore. Depends, unless, there's really, really good games coming out day one for the console, and they're not going to be on the Xbox One or PS4, and whatever, then maybe I'll consider it. But as it stands right now, the year's been boring, and I hope that, this year will be a lot better, and I hope, the coming years will be pick up for, better game releases once they drop support for the 360, and the PS3, then we could probably start seeing some more innovation for games and stuff like that. I don't know. In terms of hardware, don't even ask me that question. I don't give a shit. I do not care if the PS4 is more powerful. I do not care that the Xbox One is underpowered. Whatever, I don't care. I care about video games, and that's it. Regardless of the platform, I play on a PC, I play on a PS4, I play on a PS3, Xbox 360, Nintendo consoles, my Xbox One. I'm not loyal to one brand, and I will never be loyal to one brand. Wherever the games are, wherever my friends are, that's where I'm going to be. I play a lot of shit on the PC, and a lot of shit on consoles either way. I'm not biased, don't ask me about hardware, I don't care. Because honestly, asking about hardware is just like asking about my PC hardware and saying, oh, well, your PC hardware is crap because, I have an i7, blah, 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 blah. That's the same damn thing. The Xbox One, whatever, it's an underpowered PC. It's the same damn thing. Why people argue about that is beyond me. That's another thing that I gotta mention. The console battles are a pain in the ass. And it's starting to get annoying. Like, I'm starting to get super bored of it, like, tired of it, and it needs to stop. But it's not going to. Just whatever. All I know is owning an Xbox One for a year, it's been boring, and I hope it picks up. And never once did I really give a shit, does Destiny look better on the PS4? I just don't care. Because honestly, my computer is underpowered. I'm not upset. It does what I need it to do. And if some guy says, like I said, I have an i7, I have a GTX Titan in my computer, Core i7, 650, whatever, motherboard, whatever, 64 gigs of RAM, it's the same damn thing. It doesn't matter. The games still run on my computer. They still run on the Xbox One, regardless. Like, yeah, maybe they could have put a little extra bit of horsepower under it, because I can run games at 1080p on my computer just as good as somebody with a higher graphics card. I pay for shadows and anti-aliasing, and that's it, but whatever. But, like I said, back to the main points. My experience for the first year of owning an Xbox One, meh. Nothing spectacular. And it's going to probably stay that way until, after New Year's. and then once Dying Light comes out, once other games start coming out and they drop support for the 360, it'll probably pick up a little bit better. But as it terms right now, I'm not happy with the state that my console is in, like the noises and the stuff like that. But I am talking to Microsoft to resolve those. And in terms of games, meh. In terms of power, in terms of the dashboard, in terms of the Kinect, meh. Like they totally dropped the support for the Kinect. You're not going to see much for the Kinect. Do I regret buying the Kinect? No, because I enjoy it. I like streaming on Twitch every once in a while, and it's there for face cam and for talking to people. Since that's literally the only way that you can record voice chat through the HDMI is if you talk through your Kinect. So I don't mind it. But yeah, so I'm gonna leave it there. Sums it up. Xbox One for and my Xbox One just turned on. I don't mind that. I don't care. And then I just push the button again. I hope that you heard that, because that's funny. But yeah, so year one, celebrating year one, meh. And as always, I'm Masculinish, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Post down in the comments and tell me about your experience with the Xbox One for the first year. That's if you've owned one. If you haven't owned one for, since day one, post down in the comments and tell me your experience. What do you think that Microsoft can do better? What games do you want to see? What games are you excited for? Personally, I want Fallout 4 and I want Halo 5 to come out quicker. Yeah, so as always, I'm Masculinish, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.